Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful Easter with your family. Wishing you all amazing Easter holidays with your family and loved ones. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. I'm going to show you what happens after the halvings. This is not the first halving that Bitcoin has had. Bitcoin has already had 3 halvings, one in 2012, one in 2016, and one in 2020. And I'm going to look at this in the charts, look at that history, look at those halvings, and see what happened after the halvings. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up button, turn on the bell. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin. Now, I do technical analysis on trading. You can learn all of this in the crypto mastercourse. This is my watch list, and these are the assets and coins that I hold. So we're going into Bitcoin 70,100, having a little bit of a pump. But the first thing, I want to go straight into the halving. So this looks complicated. I'm going to walk you through it. This is the charts on Bitcoin going back all the way to when Bitcoin was $6 in 2014. $4 was the low. And these yellow lines are the dates of the halving. The first halving happened in 2012, which doesn't show up on the charts. You can see the chart Bitcoin started trading on exchanges on April 14th, 2014. July 2016 was the first halving. This was the first halving that took place on Bitcoin. And you can see after the halving, from the halving taking place, it went up 4,428%. to the peak. From the halving to the peak of the bull run was 4,428%, and it took 548 days. Then, the next halving happened in May 2020, and you can see, so this was the first halving, and we had this massive run, and this was the second halving, the third halving, 2012, remember, not showing. It's back here, 2012. It doesn't show. 2016 shows on the charts. 2020 was the next halving. That happened in May 2020 during COVID. And the price of Bitcoin went from $3,000, but on the day of the halving, it wasn't actually $3,000. On the day of the halving starting, it was $185 was the high. And we went from $185 all the way to the peak of the bull run after the halving of $64,000. It made a 769% move. And what's very interesting, everyone, you can see here from the halving taking place to the day of the top of Bitcoin, it took 518 days in 2016. 518 days to go from the halving to the peak of the bull run in 2016. In 2020, it took from the day of the halving to the peak of the bull run, it took, also 549 days. And it went up 700%, 748%. And now the next halving is coming next month, April 2024. What does the halving mean? The halving means the number of Bitcoin that are released to the miners for mining the network. So every time I send you Bitcoin, I send my Bitcoin, the miners process the transactions by using their very powerful supercomputers. I used to use a laptop to do it, but now you need a super powerful supercomputers, and you need many of them. You need even giant electric plants or nuclear reactors or natural electricity. And the number of Bitcoin that's released to the miners today is 900 Bitcoin. So when the miners do all their work, they run all their supercomputers and they're processing our transactions instead of a middleman. It's just code instead of a bank. 900 Bitcoin will be paid to the worldwide miner network today. After the halving, 450 Bitcoin will be only paid to the miner network. It will cut in half. The number of rewards that people get for mining Bitcoin, the entire network will move from 900 Bitcoin to only 450 Bitcoin. The price won't cut in half. That's a misunderstanding by idiots that don't understand anything about what this technology is. The price doesn't cut in half. The supply being released cuts in half. So when you have exponential demand and you have lowering supply, and a finite supply, you have something called the supply crunch. You're going to have so many people demanding Bitcoin. Right now, they're demanding these 900 Bitcoin that is released per day. The same demand that's growing is going to be demanding the same amount of Bitcoin, except now it's going to be 450 Bitcoin released per day. And that happens on April 2024, the 20th, 420, which is funny if you're an Elon Musk fan. This happens on 420. Now, what else can we get from this chart? From the peak of the 2016 bull run to the peak of the May 20 bull run, there was a 291% gain on Bitcoin. From the peak of 2016 bull run to the peak of 2020 bull run, exactly 540 days after the halving on both times, this one 518 days, and this one from the halving to the peak, 549 days, it went up 290% from the peak of this bull run to the peak of that bull run. Now, if we do the same on April 2024, the start of the bull run, it will take 500 days from the bull run start, or May 20, the halving. If we assume 500 days of movement, 540 days, 2016 halving, this first one, it took 518 days to reach the top of the bull market, 8,800% gain. The 2020 bull run, it took 549 days to reach the top of the bull market, and it had a 766% gain. From the day of the April 2024 bull market, which is coming up next month, a 540-day move will take us to October 2025, the top of the bull market, if we assume that this concept continually holds. If we assume that this concept continually holds, the top of the bull market, 549 days from now, let's make it a very easy to see line. 548 days is October 2025. And if we assume that the same 280% move, so from the top of this bull market to the top of 2020 halving bull market, it was a 290% move. A 290% move from the top of this bull market is going to put us (290% move from the top of this bull market to the top of this bull market. The target will be on October 2025, 5.5 trillion for Bitcoin. A little bit less. Here, $5.5 trillion for Bitcoin would be the target if this continuously plays out. Now, this is I'm just showing you what happened. I'm not showing you it. I'm just showing you the possibilities. So what we know, it took 518 days after the halving in 2016 to reach the top of the bull market. 2020, it took 580 days. From the top of this bull market, we moved 4,000 or 8,800%. This bull market, from the halving to the 2021 top of the peak, we moved 766%, and it took 518 days. From the April 2024 bull market, if we assume the same 280% move from the previous bull market, we're talking about a movement to 5.5 trillion, which is around $250,000 per Bitcoin. And if we assume that it takes the same number of days, 500 something days, then we know that this will occur on October 2025. That's the same number of days, this 548 days would be October 2025. And if it moves the same 280%, the target will be 5.5 trillion or $250,000 per Bitcoin. That's the information I wanted to show you on the halving. That's my target for Bitcoin. So again, these trend lines make it a little bit hard to see, but this is the understanding. This is what you mainly want to see, the information. It's a little complex, everyone. I tried to make it as simple as possible, but I am talking about a quite complex thing. So it's a little bit hard to explain this. But the yellow lines are the bull market, the halvings. After each halving, it takes 518 to 540 days to reach the top of the bull market, which the top in 2016 was December 2017. The top of the May 2020 halving was November 2021. And the top of this halving, if the same number of days take place, would be October 2025. And if we move the same 290% from the top of this bull market to the top of 2021 bull market, if we move the same 290% from the top of 2021 bull market to the top of October 2025 bull market, 5.5 trillion, which is sitting at around $250,000 per Bitcoin, even more, which is beautiful. Now I'm going to do technical. I'll leave it at that. This is just an update showing you what happened in the previous halvings on Bitcoin. 2012 we can't see because it wasn't on the charts. It wasn't traded. You could only mine Bitcoin and trade it internally, but like personally. 2016 the halving, 2020 the halving, and April 2024, 20th of April 4/20, 2024, this halving. Love you all. Have an amazing day. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Have an amazing Easter. And for short-term traders, I'm going to, because a lot of my audience watch my Bitcoin trades, I'm going to show you quickly how I would take trades on Bitcoin right now. Monthly still heading up, volume coming in. Big bull flag on the second to third, and then the corrective fourth impulse wave has made a giant bull flag. Volume still growing. On the daily, Bitcoin holding, bull flagging, and my trades from yesterday still in effect, have not yet activated. And I would take the same trades on Bitcoin, opening at 68,628 for the riskier trade, stop loss 68,000, and take profit 115,000. Even though now I would probably increase my take profits on these trades to my new target, which would be October 2025, which would be 280% from the top of the previous bull market. So if we do that 280% from the top of the previous bull market, like the first two halvings, the target will be $268,000 for Bitcoin. $269,000 for Bitcoin, which is beautiful. And you can increase these trades to go for that target, because I'm just showing what happened in previous bull markets. It's never, it might not be the same, but there are patterns, and these are the trades that I'll try and take to go into this run. These are the entries. The gray line, as I teach you in the Crypto Mastercourse, is where you enter the trade. The red line is the stop loss, and the green line is the take profit. You can learn all of this under the video. Go down below. One is the exchanges. I use Bybit. You get a $30,000 bonus, and you join the gurus when you join that Bybit link. And you also go into the giveaways. I always give away thousands of dollars on Bybit. 2 is the courses. Take the Crypto Mastercourse to learn all this. 3, join us in the Telegram. Chat with the other, how many of you online? 107 of you online, trading and talking together. And my Bybit account right now is $586,000. It reached $920,000. I didn't actually drop $30,000 yesterday or $40,000. I moved $40,000 from this account into seed investment, Guru Ventures seed investment. So I seeded a company yesterday. Bitcoin 25,000 profit. Ethereum trade $18,000 profit. In the last account, my account went from 487,000 to 920,000. I withdrew. You can see here. I withdrew something. How do I see the withdrawals? You can see yesterday I withdrew $39,000 yesterday. I withdrew $39,000, and you can see I spend a lot from this account. So I made this account from 150,000. I'm spending a lot from here, and I'm withdrawing from this account, and I seed invested a company over on Bybit. Take the Crypto Master course, learn all of this. Thank you for watching, everyone. That was my updates. That's my theories and what happened in the previous halvings on Bitcoin. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.